How to cut and sew a tiered baby doll dress with spaghetti stripes is what this video is all about. This video is very short but very powerful. Therefore, I advise you to watch till the end for you not to miss those important information or instruction I added in between the video. Also, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I advise you to subscribe now and turn on your notification bell. Without wasting your time, let's go into the tutorial. To cut and sew this tiered baby doll dress with spaghetti stripe, you are going to need 4 major measurements. Number 1 is your length measurement. For this tutorial, my length measurement is 36 inches. And you are going to need your shoulder to upper bust. For this tutorial, our upper bust is 6 inches. Number 3, you are going to need your shoulder to navel or belly button. For this tutorial, our measurement for shoulder to navel is 18 inches. Lastly, you are going to need your bust circumference. And for this tutorial, our bust circumference is 34 inches. Now to the drafting. This dress is being divided into 5 parts or 5 compartments. So the first one is our shoulder to upper bust. Our shoulder to upper bust is 16 inches. And as you can see, the shoulder to upper bust is a stripe or spaghetti rope. And for this stripe to go from front to the back side, you are going to multiply these 6 inches by 2. So this 6 now multiplied by 2, that will give us 12 inches. Now here is our 12 inches fabric, and the width is 1.5. So this we are going to make into rope for both sides. So this will cover the front and the back of our dress. Now let's proceed. Now to the second part, which is shoulder to navel or belly button. Our shoulder to belly button is 18 inches, which means you are going to minus your shoulder to upper bust. Remember, our shoulder to upper bust is going to be a rope. So minus your shoulder to upper bust this way, then you are going to mark your shoulder to navel or belly button. Our shoulder to belly button is 18 inches. And note this, on this side, we are going to fold in 2.5. So we are going to add it 1, 2, half. And on the downside, we are going to join it by 1/2 inch to the third part of the dress. So here is the third. So here is the 1/2 inch. So the total now will now take us to 21 inches. So this we are going to square across. Now to the width of this part, whatever your bust circumference is, you are going to multiply it by 1.5. So for this tutorial, our bust circumference is 34 inches. Multiplied by 1.5, that will give us 51. So this 51, you are going to divide it by 4. Why are we dividing this 51 by 4? Because we are going to fold our fabric into 4 equal parts. So 51 divided by 4, that will give us 12.75 inches. So this we are going to mark. Now to complete the other 3 parts, you are going to minus your shoulder to navel measurement from your full length measurement. Our full length measurement is 36 minus 18 inches, which is our shoulder to navel. So that will give us another 18 inches. So it means from here down we need 18 inches. And this 18 inches, we are going to divide it into 3 unequal parts. So therefore, the first segment or the first part, I'm going to make it 8 inches. You can divide this somewhere for you to get how you are going to make it. But for me, I'm going to make the first part 8 inches. And this 8 inches I'm going to add additional 1 inch to it. So half for the joining on the upper part and half for the joining on the downside. So that will give us 9 inches. So this we are going to square across. Now for the width of this third part, you are going to multiply the width you have on the second part by 3.1. Remember, what we have here is 51. That is 34 multiplied by 1.5. That gives us 51. So this 51, you are going to multiply it by 1.3. Therefore, 51 multiplied by 1.3, that will give us 66 inches. So 66, we are going to divide it by 4 because we are going to fold our fabric into 4. So 66 divided by 4, that will give me 16.5. So I'm going to mark my 16.5 here. Now for the fourth part, I'm going to pick 6 inches as my length measurement. So 6 inches plus 1 inch, that is joining on the upper side and joining on the down side. So that will give me 7 inches. So these 7 inches, you are going to square it across. Now, the width we have here is 66. So this 66, we are going to multiply it by 1.3 again. Therefore, 66 multiplied by 1.3, that will give us 86. So 86 divided by 4, because we are going to fold our fabric into 4. So 86 divided by 4, that will give us 21.5. So I'm going to mark my 21.5 this way. So the last part is going to give us 4 inches. So the 4 inches plus half for the upper joining and half for the dash joining. So that will give us 5. So here is our 5. Now I want you to note this. What we have here as our width, which is 66 inches, we are going to multiply it by 1.5. So 66 multiplied by 1.5, that will give us 129 inches. Now 129 divided by 4, that will give us 32.25. So this 32.25, we are going to measure it here. So here's my 32.25 here. So we are going to square it across. If you want your tier dress to be full than this, then make use of this multiplied by 1.5 formula. And if you want the fullness of this original dress, then make use of this multiplied by 2 formula. So now we are done with our drafting. So here is our row for the upper part. This is the second part. Here is the third part. Here is the fourth part. And here is the fifth part, which is the last part, as you can see. But here I added my back joining allowance to it. So that is just the difference. I added back joining allowance here, as you can see. I added back joining allowance here. So half on the upper side, half on the down side. So same thing here and same thing to this last side. Now the next thing we are going to do is to close this back side, and also we are going to fold 2.5 inches here. We are going to fold 2.5 inches here. But mind you, you have to leave little space here, because the upper side we are going to make use of elastic, and we have to create elastic channel. So that's why while joining this, make sure you leave a space, at least 1.5 inch space. Let's assume you start your joining here, then you have to stop around this place for you to have space to fasten your elastic. So that's the next thing to do. I'm done turning the upper part, and here is my space to insert my elastic. So the next thing you are going to do now, you are going to mark 1 inch from this top. So you are going to mark 1 inch and you are going to run the stitches round. Now I'm done running the first stitch. The next thing you are going to do, from this first stitch, you are going to mark ½ inch and you are going to run another stitch. But here is the difference. You are going to start from here and you are going to stop here, leaving this space for you to be able to fasten your elastic. Now I'm done with the second stitch, as you can see. So before you fasten your elastic, this is what you are going to do. Whatever you have here, divide it by 4. So here we have 26 inches. 26 inches divided by 4. That will give me 6½ quarter. So here is it. 6½ from here. And you are going to mark 6½ from this side as well. So this is where you are going to fix your row or spaghetti hand. So this is it. I'm going to tack this on the first stitch this way, and you are going to go to the other side as well, which is the back, and you are going to tack it down this way as well. So it will give you this, and you are going to repeat same thing here. You are going to tack it this way, pull it up, you tack down, and also take it to the back side. Remember, it's going to be on the first line or on the first stitch, and you are going to tack it this way as well. So this will give you this. After tacking your rope, then insert your elastic. Now we are done with the first part and second part. So for the third, fourth and fifth part, you are going to repeat the same process. You are going to close this back side, and also close this back side, and you are going to run a loose stitch which you are going to pull to the size of this upper part, and you are going to join it together. This process is what we are going to repeat to this fourth part and the fifth part. Close the back side, run loose stitch and pull it to the size of this side. Then you are going to join it together, and you are going to repeat same thing here. As you can see, we are done attaching the fourth and the fifth panel of the gown. If you find this tutorial helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe and turn on your notification bell. See you in the next video. Thank you.